Okay, so I just kicked Yvonne out of the bed. It's just me in the bed. Psych. Yvonne's actually behind me as we speak. But to the part that I'm not joking about, come over here, Diesel. We just got into a big fight. But this is one of the things that I cannot stand about him. We've been together for 8 years. Yeah, so shout out to Sergio for this video. He did give us a couple more video ideas. So Sergio in the comments was asking that we list 10 things that we love and hate about each other.
I heard that you already wrote that.
Based on the last couple of days, this video is gonna come naturally. That's all I'm gonna say. Welcome to another episode of Cousin Confidential, where I will be sharing all of my business, no filters. When he first said this, I was like, I don't think I have 10 things I can't stand about you, but boy, oh boy, the universe was listening.
Oh boy.
Boy, oh boy. So how do you want to do this video? Because I do love you, but you know how to get under my skin.
10 things you hate about me, 10 things I hate about you, then we talk about them. And then we do it, 10 things we like.
Okay. I will say this, always go to bed with each other. Never go to sleep angry with each other. We did sleep together last night. But this morning when we were arguing, I was like, okay, you gotta go. I did ask him to leave the room because it wasn't heading in a good place. So Yvonne, are you excited to see me?
Yeah.
All right, so Yvonne, what's one thing when we're arguing that I do that you hate?
That you go around and around and around and around and around the same subject for a long time, even though we just say, okay, we got it, then just start over again and around and around and around. So yeah.
So kind of like you're doing right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come here. Come on now. With me.
So this is probably TMI, but I was telling him how last night when he was asleep, I tried to wake him up. He fell asleep on the couch. That we were gonna he's asleep. I try to wake him up. Doesn't wake up. So I handle my business. And then I'm a business owner, so I spend the next 3 hours designing for my clothing brand. And then we're doing a Valentine's Day rollout, so I spend time designing for that. So when I go to tell Yvonne the next morning what I spent the night doing, he jumps down my throat. So the conflict today, while I'm even bringing this online, is in this example, do not ever feel bad for choosing yourself. Okay, so editing John here, guys. I know that was a lot, and you're probably like, why the fuck are you telling all your business? I just wanted to use the argument that we had to share that we are a real couple, that we really argue, we really disagree over real things, and we're all grown here. But I am aware that everyone has different opinions on this conversation, and maybe it's too taboo to talk about online. I know Yvonne's from Europe, and they don't do that, and y'all know me, I tell all my damn business. I don't need nobody else to do it. Is that right, Yvonne?
Yeah, trust me.
He said, yeah, trust me. But in the rest of the video, we do make up. I wanted to also show that part, that when you're dating, you have your own languages. So you can have soft arguments to where we argued, brushing our teeth, and I didn't even say a word. But we still gonna pass each other the toothpaste or pass each other a cold bottle of water when you need it. Now, when it comes to making up, we have this thing where we call it a soft apology.
Do you want mama or no?
I guess. Just not a lot. Is that one yours?
Yeah.
I want literally just like a little bit and just... Where sometimes we know each other are sorry, so we'll offer each other food or pass each other the dog leash to go on a walk.
Or a joint.
Or pass each other something else. But yeah, we had an argument. We went to our separate corners, and well, I don't want to ruin the story. I'm gonna pass you back to the other John.
Welcome to today's episode.
You switch. Just wearing something I found around the closet. Okay, are you ready for these? Oh Lord, you look good.
I don't hate you. Are there 10 things you hate about me, really?
It's not how it's called. Hate, dislike.
There's been moments where I'm just like...
Hate and dislike is literally the same.
Okay, hate.
I'm a star. I don't know where that's from.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And we don't judge.
I'm judging.
Here are the 10 things I hate about John. Number 1, when you scare me and make me jump and scream. Almost had a heart attack once.
I hate the fact that you're afraid to take the lead. And we're gonna elaborate on these at the end. We're just gonna list them.
If I want to. Number 2, when you use all the hot water when you shower, and you leave me nothing.
I don't use the second thing is sometimes you speak negativity over things before they can develop for either of us.
Number 3, when you pull the bed seats and I get just a little piece in the corner.
You don't think of future you all the time.
Number 4, you take things too serious.
I hate when you fart in the bed and don't air it out.
Number 5, it takes a while for you to get over things. A while. Even if it's the most insignificant thing, it takes a while for him.
I have BPD.
Clearly.
Number 5 is I hate when you leave the clothes on the floor after your shower.
Number 6, talking over and over again about arguments that have already been solved.
Sometimes you're passive aggressive whenever you're upset, and instead of just saying whatever you want. I don't know, I'm very direct, and sometimes I'm aggressive.
No, you're passive aggressive too, huh?
I'm not passive aggressive.
And number 7, how picky you are with germs sometimes.
He doesn't go after his dreams as hard as he could sometimes. Up until recently, I would say he's one of the best photographers I've ever met or had the privilege to work with. And if we were dating and he wasn't good, I just wouldn't talk about it. But genuinely, I've dated musicians, I've dated photographers, I've dated other creative directors, and he's up here, but he treats himself down here sometimes. And his peers that treat him up here, that he treats up there, are down here. So no shade.
Since I met you, I've always been late, and I used to have European time. Like I would get there on time.
I better not
on the dot.
ever be waiting on you. If you're gonna make that comment,
That
I mean, when I say
you see where you're sitting down. This is where I sit down, waiting for you, dress, drinks and cologne with my phone, waiting.
Let me look you guys right in the camera when I say this. I cut his hair, help him pick out his outfit. I cut my hair. I help me pick up my outfit. So he comes in and uses all my energy up and then says, "You're not ready?"
Number 8, how loud you play music? Like loud.
He operates out of fear sometimes. And I think that you're as good as you are, as handsome as you are, as cool as you are, there's nothing to be afraid of. You can do anything.
Number 9, this one I hate. How you fold the laundry, especially the t-shirts. I hate it.
Number 9, you don't put your own mask on first. So it's an analogy that I got from the plane, but I use it all the time. You are gonna help someone before you help yourself. So like over the years, he's helped me with my business, and it's time for him to put the same energy into his business and into his photography and his own goals.
And number 10, when you start walking around in circles and talking fast. So for example, you're explaining something to me, you start walking around the kitchen in circles and start talking fast because you get excited about what you're talking about. It gets on my nerves.
And last but not least, number 10, I hate that you love to be the passenger princess. Sometimes I want to take a nap while we're gone in the car because I love my car naps. It's the best place to get a nap and the best place to listen to music.
You're done stretching? 10 things I love about John. Number 1, everything you want, you go and get it.
I love his hands. But one fun fact about Yvonne that I really love is he learned the pressure points on my body whenever I have migraines. So he helps me whenever I have a migraine. And even though he's having an eczema flare up right now, he's being mean to himself. I'm gonna elaborate. He always has them on me, near me, or doing something that involves me. He gives me massages. It actually turns me on and it gets you good points.
Number 2, you don't let people walk all over you. I love that about you.
They don't break their feet. But I love his laugh. He's literally always laughing and it's infectious. So it's cool because we can't all be comedians, so it's cool that he laughs.
But I can also be crying a lot.
Oh,
So-
what do you think number 3 is?
You're a good partner in crime, you know. Going to party, doing sneaky shit.
I love he is a crybaby. You can almost always count on him. If it's a movie that's getting sad, he's gonna be crying. So if you look over it, he's already crying. That's number 3.
Movies hit something in my emotional
You see that?
response.
You see, he's about to start crying right now.
And number 4, you're one of the funniest persons I know. You literally can say anything and I will start cracking up.
Number 4 is he loves animals and they love him. If you just go on a walk with us, he's like Steve Irwin. Look at that squirrel over there.
And number 5, I love your ass. He has a beautiful ass. I'm sorry.
Number 5, I love how obsessed you are with me. I remember one time I was in HB, he was like, you spent a long time in the freezer section. He was watching me inside of the store just to see what I was doing.
I love how much you like movies and I love watching movies with you.
Can I say it? I love your okay? I love your
It was not that hard to say.
Boss, it's a really good package. That thing has made me, you're the only man that's made me with no hands. Okay, so I love the fact that you know my body, you know what to do.
I just listen to the cues. I love your cooking, number 7.
I also love your accent. I love your voice. I love that you can calm me down or you can talk me through it. And it just is bonus points that it has an accent with it.
Number 8, I love how much you care about me.
I love your swag.
My swag? You have to evolve from when I came to Spain. Number 9, I love how sexy and sexual you are.
Wow.
Okay, so don't ask me what we're about to be doing.
But number 9, I love when you're feeling confident and you make that one face. Yeah.
And number 10, I love your smile.
You can slip into that.
Yes.
And then I love how you match my energy in the bedroom, in life, or wherever. I remember, this isn't something to be proud of, but I've been in a couple fights in my life, like I'll be honest. With a personality like mine, and
you were not looking for them.
I wasn't looking for them, I really wasn't looking for them. But when things popped off, remember when I met him in college, I warned him that, okay, I do have a mouth on me, so if somebody says something to me, I'm probably gonna say something back. If I start swinging, I don't believe in jumping, but are you gonna jump in if something goes down? He always told me he wasn't gonna jump into a fight. I remember one time we were in Houston, this one guy, we were watching the fight, and one of the guys comes over, he's like belligerently drunk. He gets in my face and was like, leave my friends alone. So the dude puts his hands on me, I ended up fighting the guy. One of the guy's friends is about to hit me in the back of my head. Before we know it, Yvonne was already on the dude. And I'm not gonna continue the story for legal purposes, but you see how we look. We were good. In that situation where we had to get a little toxic, I love that you were able to match my energy, but I also love that when we go to church, you can match my energy. I love that in the kitchen, if I need an onion or a garlic, you're already handing it to me before I need to ask for it. Okay, so earlier in the video, I started off a little bit toxic and it's something I'm genuinely working on. And as we progress in YouTube, hopefully you guys get to see the results of me working on this, but you should see it first. So I started the video telling you guys that we had an argument, that at the end of the argument, I actually ended up asking Yvonne to leave the room because I needed a little bit of space. And I didn't like where we were headed. So this exercise, believe it or not, we didn't just turn on the cameras and decide to start acting like John and Yvonne. This exercise was kind of good for us because we needed to start talking again after our argument. But I do want to offer advice for people that are in relationships. I want you to know that we're not a perfect couple. We have been mean to each other. We have neglected each other, done things that we probably would regret today, but the versions of ourselves while we were doing them felt like they were the right things to do. So even asking Yvonne to leave this morning instead of being able to talk about it, that is a better version of me than I would have been before, being aggressive and yelling at him or saying something that may have hurt his feelings, but that doesn't mean that it was still the best choice for me to make. So as you go and do your relationships, I just want you to know that you're gonna grow, you're gonna change, you're gonna realize that you do make mistakes. You don't stop being human in your relationship. Is there any advice that you would offer?
Don't think that everybody's relationship is all sunshine and rainbows. But just know if you love that person,
doing your best is what?
Just do your best.
Do your best.
Be there for each other.
And sometimes your best isn't good enough.
Yeah. Just
Sometimes
learn from your mistakes. What I know is that at the end of the day, he is the person I want. He's the person I love. And I don't want to change him for anything in this world. So I will always choose him and me over anything.
We've been together since our first day of college. And not first day of college, since our first date in college. And when I say that, we've had to have funerals for the old versions of ourselves. We've had to have micro moments where we break up for like a day. Or we've had moments where we were broken up for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we started seeing other people. Or we had moments where we lived in the same roof, under the same roof, and didn't talk to each other. We just ate together, took the dogs out together, and figured it out. We cohabitated together. But we realized in all those different versions of ourselves, or at least I'm gonna speak for myself, I realized in all those different versions that we've become, is that no matter who you do it with, it's still a choice. Do I want to be toxic as I'm doing this, or do I want to lead with love? Still choose each other. Yeah. So we may have 10 things that we hate about each other and 10 things that we love about each other, but the list is going to change and grow over time. But from me to you and to him, I'm locked in.
Same.
If you like this video,
Comment below.
if you have any questions for us,
Let us know.
I'm John,
I'm Ivan
and thanks for watching another episode.
of Casting Confidential.
We'll see you guys back next week.
It's such a tongue twister.
Cousin Confidential.
Casting
Cousin Confidential.
Casting Confidential.